Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flexibility practice. I'm just going to use my bolster a little bit today, find some space to move as well, and let's get started. So let's begin today laying down on our backs. Now, depending on what you have to lay on, if anything at all, you could be flat. You could have your pillow go under the entire length of your spine, including your head. Or if you want a bit more of a back bend, like I do today, I'm gonna place my pillow just underneath the middle of my back. So right by the low back, but then my head and my shoulders will be resting on the ground. So more of a back bend, a little bit more intense for the spine, but also feels really good if you are used to this position. You might start, depending on how you're laying, with your knees bent and your feet planted. Your feet might be close together. They might be a little bit wider. You can rest your arms wherever is comfy as well, depending on if your pillow is kind of preventing you from having your arms in a certain place. Just place them in the most relaxing position. And then once you've decided how you're going to be laying down, close your eye. Just breathing softly. Give your body a chance to relax into the position that you have placed it. Start to notice and feel your breath. Just taking this opportunity to slow down your day. And we're going to stay for just another breath or two. If you are already flat on your back, you can stay there. But if you do have something underneath you, let's take it out so we can all be flat. And you might hug your knees towards your chest or just keep your feet on the ground. But a gentle sway might feel good. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the sensations that are starting to flow through you. And if you have your feet lifted, we're going to just bring them down. We'll stay flat on our backs, but our left foot will rest on top of the right quad. Now, you can keep your right foot down, or you can float that foot for your figure four. You might hold on to the back of the right quad. Just a gentle press of your low back into the ground, keeping your spine as long as it can be. Feeling that left glute and hip. Maybe the entire leg. Taking just another inhale. As you exhale, you can bring your legs down and uncross them. Maybe a sway of the knees side to side as we get ready to switch. When you're ready, that right foot can rest on top of the left quad. You can lift your left foot or keep it on the ground. A gentle press of the low back down though. Make your spine be as long as it can be. Stay for another inhale. And as you exhale, release your legs down, uncross them. Take a sway of your knees side to side if you would like. Maybe even a bigger hug of the knees to the chest. Then we're going to be coming up to seated. You can roll to one side or you can rock yourself forwards. But come to seated. Maybe give your knees an extra hug or a squeeze. Our right leg is going to go out long and our left foot will find the inner thigh. I want you to lengthen your spine, sit nice and tall, even pointing your toes up of that right foot. Now we're going to take our chest towards the left side a little bit, maybe towards our knee. Our hands might rest on our leg, or maybe the left hand will be kind of beside us a little. Maybe the right hand can be on the knee or on the top of the quad for a twist. Point your right toes up. Lengthen your spine as much as you can. Think lifting your chest off of your low back. A gentle press of those left fingertips into the ground too to support you. And then using an inhale, we're going to start to turn forwards. You can keep your legs as they are, but lengthen your spine again, and then maybe folding forward. Just one more breath here on this side. And using an inhale to lift back up. Take your left leg, bring it out long. Your right foot can find the inner thigh. Point your toes up. Lengthen your spine and start to turn your chest towards the right. Wherever your hands want to rest is fine, but maybe the right hand is behind you a little. Push into those fingertips. Maybe the left hand is somewhere on that right leg, the knee, the quad. Turn your gaze, find your twist. Stay long and strong through your spine. Lift the chest off of the low Let's use our next inhale to come forwards again. Lengthen again the spine. And maybe folding. Take just one more breath and use an inhale to lift. And we can bring our knees back together, give them a hug, a squeeze. We're gonna come over onto our knees, tabletop. Maybe the hips want to sway a few more times side to side once you get there. But we are going to be reaching our right arm forwards and sliding our left arm under our chest. And then lay down on that arm, on that shoulder. Take just one more breath on this side and then use an inhale to lift. Reach your left arm out in front and your right arm can slide under your chest. Melt it down. Take another inhale to lift when you're ready. Bringing your hands under your shoulders back to your tabletop. Maybe sway it out a little, the shoulders, the hips. And then we're just going to have a seat. Any comfy seat will do. If you feel good, comfortable, long and strong through the spine and butterfly, you can bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. But if you feel like you're kind of tipping backwards instead of sitting tall or even tipping forwards, you might want to sit cross-legged on your knees. Any comfy seat will do because we're going to move our upper body a little bit, our arms. You can take your right hand to your hip or to your low back. So long and strong through the spine. You can stay seated nice and tall, maybe feeling that shoulder. You could take a tip forwards if it feels good to do so. If you're in butterfly, you're going to feel your hips too. If you're folding forwards, just lift slowly. And if your hand is behind you, bring it in front. Take your left hand either to the hip or the low back. Lengthen through the spine, maybe tipping forwards again. And letting an inhale lift you. Releasing your arm back and front. The knees can come together. Give them a hug or a squeeze. And we're going to finish today's practice with a little bit of a bang. As much of a bang as we can have in our yoga practice, our lovely toe squats. So come onto your knees, tuck your toes under so you're lengthening through the bottom of each and every toe. Sending the hips back towards your heels. You might be keeping some weight in the hands. You might not. You might sit back on the heels and rest your hands lightly in your lap. Feel free to close your eyes and allow your shoulders to fall from your ears. It always helps to smile in a toe squat. Find your breath. Let the weight of your body get a little heavier on your toes so they lengthen as much as they possibly can lengthen. So good for our feet. It's more mental. Awesome work, you guys. Take another breath. And maybe one more. And then bring your hands down. Come off of your feet. Give them a nice little tap on the ground or shake it out a little bit. You might want to sit back on the top of the feet for a moment. Maybe not. Any comfy seat will do. Maybe closing your eyes again. How do your toes feel? Feel free to stay here a little bit longer, or you can start to bring your legs back out in front of you. Give your knees a hug again, a squeeze. We're going to lay down on our backs. You might bring your knees to your chest. You might sway side to side. Massaging your back. You might even wiggle your toes. But eventually, we'll find our way into Shavasana. Short and sweet practice. Or so it seems. Send your legs out long. Find a comfy place where you can continue to relax and let go of your day. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.